The crew of Make Me a Sandwich hopes you enjoy our show and realize it is satire and not meant to be taken seriously. If you are easily offended by dirty jokes, stark generalizations, and deeply sexist humor, this is not the show for you. Feel free to go watch something more your speed, like The View. If not, enjoy.
The masculine
Tonight's broadcast of The Masculine Feminist has been commandeered by the secret society No Ma'am, National Organization of Men Against Amazonian Masterhood. Every day for the past 30 years, you high-heeled pit bulls have blamed us for everything. From not being able to get into Harvard to not being able to get into stretch pants.
We've been called pigs.
We've been called scum.
We've even been called plywood bottom. Or at least I have.
Well, we're sick and tired of this. Now, we have a list of demands, and if these demands are not met, we are going to take this masculine feminist and perform television's first sexorcism.
Understand you. I have a way to make it all okay. Devil made me do it, nods in agreement. We both know it wasn't what I planned to. And if you want to save the day, just ask Ironoxide, he'll tell you the same. Make me a sandwich. Make me a sandwich. Make me a sandwich. When you say that I'm not emotionally available and my focus is a little too refined, Professor Savage Dad zones out mid-argument and he is on his blow-up couch and doing fine. Theo Snodgrass shrugs and pours a drink. There's only one thing on his mind. Make me a sandwich. Make me a sandwich. So much of our relationship is complex. And Strider says he's done trying to text. You say that I'm not a man of much depth. It's not that I don't care about you, but there's one thing that you should do. Make me a sandwich. Make me a sandwich. Make me a sandwich. All is forgiven if you make me a sandwich. If you make me a sandwich. If you make me a sandwich. All is forgiven if you make me a sandwich.
Hello, welcome to episode 2 of our new show, Make Me a Sandwich, our little piece of heaven here, our He-Man Woman Haters Club. I am your host, Devil Made Me Do It. Let's go around the horn so you know everyone else. We'll start up there at the bottom with Drunken Emerald Arrow. How's it going, man?
Well, the great news is the girlfriend is not late, so we're good so far.
You think?
We got a solution for that these days. You just call Ike.
Don't count the eggs.
Yeah, that's a good point. I just got to start. You want to know what? She says I'm late. It's a matic. I'm just calling INS.
Mhm.
Or go get IC.
Yeah,
We'll take care of that issue real quick.
exactly.
Or you could just stop paying her.
That's how Steve does it too. So next up, we have our first guest, Lawrence Knight. How's it going, Lawrence?
Oh, it's going good. The other half is asleep, and I feel safe.
You think? What's with all this, like, people just assuming? You're assuming a lot. All of a sudden, we're gonna hear somebody throw something at you. Next up, our next guest is Sammy Threepeat. How's it going, man?
Good. Hi, guys. My name's Sammy Threepeat, and I've been married for 7 years. 7 fucking years.
Poor man. Next up, we have Professor Savage Dad. How's it going?
What is up? And speaking of long marriages, I've been married for. She's gonna get pissed at me, but I'm gonna say 22 years almost.
Oh
my God. My marriage is old enough to drink, and that's when it gets good.
What did you do to get that prison sentence?
Actually, I keep her in the kitchen. She's currently making me
okay.
enchiladas for dinner. That's she's in her pen right now. I haven't opened the gate and let her out, so
she's making.
Make sure you do, because the rest of the house is starting to get dirty.
Yeah, well, that's because I've got 3 children, and that's kind of their responsibility now.
Yeah, like that's why you have kids. They're supposed to do the cleaning.
It's all their fucking mess anyways, so it's their responsibility. I make a mess right here, and I don't want them back here anyways, because this is where I keep all my nice shit. I don't even let the wife back here. Nobody comes back here. This is my space.
Yeah, you get that little 3 foot by 2 foot section. That's your domain.
It is.
You gotta take
This
it
in
back,
the place
man.
where I hide. This in the place where I hide the good whiskey in the closet. I'm practicing for when the oldest gets older.
All of it's mine. I ain't married. Next up, we have Ironoxide. How's it going, Iron?
Hey, what's going on, man? Let's see. I'm Ironoxide. Been together with my lovely wife for, I want to say 12 years ish. Been married for, but been married 4 of them. So never been happier, actually. You guys are, oh, what your problem is? My wife's nice to me. She takes care of herself. What's the problem?
She's a woman.
Boo this man.
I'm going to be the contrarian tonight. Since we're short a few hands, I need to sow a little chaos into the show.
Yeah, exactly. It is. All right, let's say hi to the chat real quick, and we'll jump into our first article. First in, we got the goddess. Next up, we have Steve. There you go. Fresh off calling INS on his girl. We're late. We're always late. D-Day Direwolf, what's up? Cash Kester, what's up, man? Let's see. Why do we got Steve and effing Steve? Did you switch to your other account, or is this a different Steve?
Maybe you got 2 Steves. You were thinking that?
I mean, I think there's just 2 Steves. I mean, it is a pretty common name.
We got Cloud. He's come here to learn how to be a man.
That's gonna be a hard road to hoe for him.
I know. I don't know if I want to take on such a hard task.
We've only just taught him to get fried chicken. I mean, shit.
We've been invaded.
I was thinking that, and notice she didn't say hello to the black man.
Yeah,
racist. The black man.
She's a white woman. She can be racist and get away with it. That's how it works.
Yeah, exactly. It is.
It's true.
I think that's the end of it.
She can even misspell shit, and nobody fucking cares. Like white women just get away with every damn thing.
Dude.
Vote somehow?
Yeah, repeal the 13th. Yeah, I'm all for that. We're gonna actually have a discussion on that one day. A deep dive into why we should repeal the 13th.
That's a special episode.
Yeah, a whole show just on that. All right, so let's bring up that video. I caught this the other day. I don't know. I don't watch him near as much as I used to, but
Is that Michael Jackson?
No, this is a different one. We can do this one. We can do this one.
Oh
no, this is a girl who's retarded. Go ahead and play the video. Jesus Christ, she is.
People think that I'm stupid. I love when people think that I'm stupid because tell me why I'm at the mechanic shop and he talking about I need a Cadillac converter, but I drive a Jeep. Make it make sense. Think I'm stupid. Ladies, when y'all going down to the mechanic shop, take somebody with y'all. Your brother, your uncle, your daddy, your boyfriend, somebody. Stop going to these mechanic shops by yourselves because they know we don't know anything about cars. So they're trying to give us any type of services we don't even need. Outrageous prices. Because I don't understand. Make it make sense. A Cadillac converter. I don't even have a Cadillac. A Jeep converter, maybe. They think we stupid, ladies. Don't let these mechanics play in your face. And it be the shade tree ones all the way down to the dealerships. They all try to play in our faces. So next time, when I go get my car fixed, best believe I'm going to have somebody with me because I'm not playing with these people today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not playing with these people. They think they got me, but they ain't got me.
If it's her father, and let's just assume that she has one and not be weird, and let's not get racist here. I hope that gentleman brings a rolled up newspaper or magazine and just starts beating her with it right there in front of fucking everybody.
I want to make the statement that she says to bring her boyfriend, but her boyfriend's likely the one that stole it. I'm just gonna say.
Fuck.
And she has a father. He ran away as fast as he could.
Yeah. Even though she's all grown, he's all like, "I'm going out for cigarettes."
Oh, he left when she was 10. He knew it right then. He was like, "I can get the hell out of here."
Well, if he hadn't left yet, he's gonna leave now.
Yeah.
Like
he's
now,
like, I quit smoking 30 years ago, but I have to take it back up again because I gotta go.
To be fair, this could be parody.
Like, fuck that shit. I want a DNA test.
That ain't no parody. that's not a
that's
parody.
being real generous.
Really stupid.
To be perfectly fair, it could be that this is parody. I don't think so, but it could be. But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, I understand not understanding cars.
If that is parody, that she needs to try out for SNL or no, they're not funny anymore. Then she's like the greatest improv comedian. All right, I take everything back about female comics. There are some decent ones out there, if that's the case.
I mean, what really throws a loop? What really throws me for a loop is with the whole point. I don't need a Cadillac converter, maybe a Jeep converter.
That's where I kind of thought maybe she's fucking with us.
You've got a point. I mean, sometimes the stupid is genuinely funny. So she's definitely stupid and funny.
Like I said, I understand not understanding cars. Fine, whatever. But to be that freaking like completely out of it, that she just like just seriously.
Well, that's like she didn't even listen.
Yeah, she didn't think, okay, wait a minute, this sounds like bullshit. I've got basically a small superpowered computer in my hand. I can literally take it out. What did you say I need? I think that's bullshit. Catalytic converter.
What did she choose to do? Y'all, this is bullshit. You need it.
No, she didn't even do that. She heard catalytic and turned it into Cadillac.
Hold on.
So even if she would have done it on her phone, she would have got the wrong fucking thing.
We don't know. The mechanic might have been black too. He might have been speaking Ebonics, and it could have came out converter.
Or he might have he would have seen her get out of the car, saw that she was a black woman, walked into the office and closed the door, locked the door.
Yeah, watching that video of the teens destroy that freaking movie theater, that's how I'd be if I owned a business. I'd be like, yeah, close the door. There we go.
Nope.
No, thank you.
Where there's one, there's many.
Yeah, that's become a big issue here in California, especially because we had like the laws here became so lax. They're trying to pull them back. But at first they were so lax that you literally had these groups of like 30 people running into stores like Kohl's and shit and just stripping them. and there was nothing they could do. So it's become a real big issue. And then you see the ones where there's like girls just destroying shit because they know they can get away with it even more than dudes. There's going to be no consequences because they're girls. And
just walking into a convenience store and just trashing aisles, like it's nuts.
Just start throwing stuff off of shelves, and they're like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Call the cops. Fuck you. And it's like, what the how do you deal with that shit?
I saw a video like that earlier today. Now I'm trying to remember where the hell it was at. This girl on a plane just fucking getting into a fight with somebody out of nowhere. And
that's been making the rounds today.
Yeah. I was like, Jesus, this is.
Look at these girls just jump this freaking thing and start destroying shit. They know there ain't no consequences. Ain't nothing gonna happen to them.
Nope. Wow. They just do whatever the fuck they want.
But yeah, so that was just a funny video I wanted to show. But can you play the Katy Perry one? That's the one we're actually gonna discuss. I came across this. I don't watch Paul Joseph Watson that much anymore. I used to a lot more back when I was watching all the shitlord content that was out there. But I came across this, and it points out this just how frigid of a bitch this girl is. So I figured this would be a great conversation. So let's watch this.
Into politics, you're guaranteed to hear one of the most moronic hot takes in human history. Reacting to rioters waving Mexican flags in LA, she posted that Los Angeles was founded by Mexican settlers in 1781, and that this was once Mexican land, and the people being targeted today are the descendants of those who have lived here for generations, or who came seeking safety, work, and dignity. It's just not true, is it? Mexico didn't even exist in 1781. The Mexican settlers were in fact Spanish colonizers who took the land from the indigenous Tongva tribe under the auspices of the Spanish Empire, which is why they all speak Spanish, led by Felipe de Nava, who founded Los Angeles, who was born in Spain and looked like this. What Katy Perry thinks the founders of Los Angeles looked like, what they actually looked like. It didn't even become Mexico until decades later when Mexico won independence from Spain. It was legally part of Mexico for less than 30 years. Then became part of America when the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo was signed in 1848 because, Mexico lost a war to America.
Go ahead and pause real quick.
America for the last...
We have the transformative. I was talking about this the other day on the thing, arguing with somebody that they have no idea. The left literally thinks that we just ran Mexico off this land and shit. No, you have to understand history. You have to learn. You have to educate yourself. No, it was ceded to us after we beat their ass. We beat their ass, and then they said, okay, we'll give you these things. And we paid for them too. It wasn't just given to us. We actually paid for them. So we own it. We bought it. They can't even sit there and say we stole it, which would be bullshit, because if you win something in a war, you conquered it. You took it. You won it. But even then, they can't sit there and claim any of that. It's these leftist idiots who are too stupid to know anything about history. But they'll sit there and they'll go online and try to scold you on being a colonizer.
Right. Well, that's been the new programming coming out over the last few weeks. It's like, well, California is actually part of Mexico, and the Mexican people are just Mexican. It's like, no, they were kind of colonized before. Just like all of human history involves war, conquerization, territorial disputes. It's all, it's all ugly and dirty, and you're lucky you lived the decade you are. Fucking enjoy it.
Yeah, and I love how everyone talks like, the native people used to treat each other so well. Yeah, it was all sunshine and rainbows.
Right. They never killed each other. They never took each other's land.
Just sat around smoking peace pipe. That's
what are you talking about? No. Imperialism and and all of this stuff was purely white. It didn't happen until white man showed up from England.
And
there was no such thing as a slave trade.
No, not until white man.
And this does still fit in the conversation of women being bad because this was all done to impress women. That's why men do most things unfortunately. Like when we go to conquer someplace or we go to start a war, it's because we're like, yeah, this will get us laid, guys.
Very true. Or because our wives were bitching.
This will get us laid, guys, but it's gonna really fuck up shit for our great grandkids. But oh well.
Exactly.
But women want their
teeth.
teeth.
Deal with those cunts. We're fine. Our women are based.
Whenever I
young Andy
1700s.
Whenever I deal with one of these arguments of like, oh, the Native Americans were so much more peaceful and we took their land, it's like, motherfucker, what happened to the Anasazi? Why don't you tell me about that? Do you have any idea? The Navajo committed genocide on them. We like this idea that, they walked away and they magically just, we don't know why they left. No, the Navajo killed all of them. I mean, they talk about political conflict in the history books very little bit, but it's more realistic to believe that the Navajo literally committed genocide on the Anasazi. And that's why they mysteriously just left all of their homes, in 1300 AD. It's like, no, they were killed. And like, we just don't want to, nobody will ever talk about that part of it. Yeah, they killed them, they enslaved them, and they genocided the entire race of the Anasazi. Their entire culture was destroyed and supplanted by the Navajo, who still to this day own that land. So, it's like, no, it's no different than what we did. The Anasazi or the Navajo did to the Anasazi what we technically did to Mexico. Except we didn't genocide all of them.
No. So we got to go with the belief that they were all, like hippies from Woodstock.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Vibing out with nature until the white colonizers showed up, man.
I'm here for bringing back colonization. America, Donald Trump. You want to do all these regime changes in places? Let's start in Mexico. They really want to come to America, so let's bring America to them. I'm all here for it. And then we can legalize all of Steve's girlfriends.
Yeah, Steve's all, I'm against this. No.
Hey, you want to know what? You're going to step on my exit plan on these relationships as well. I mean, you keep doing that, I can't call ICE.
Yeah.
No, this is something that leftists refused to accept and was like, everybody in history were monsters. Okay, it was like, this is the best it's ever been. So you like putting like these modern day criticisms on anything historical, it will never live up to it.
Yep.
Or you will have to do some weird headcanon to make it fit. But like, everybody sucked. This is as good as it's ever been. Shut up. It was like, that's the thing too. They're not opposed to literally just making shit up. And they were like, oh, no, it actually went down like this. Well, the white man brought over fire, water, and capitalism, and it just screwed up everything. And it was like,
before
capitalism is a weird thing to call smallpox, but
before that, we sat around and played drums. And
the Americas were a happy communist nation with just different factions until white man came and brought a republic.
They're all just listening to Woody Guthrie. Just
but they want to focus on and misconstrue things like you turn things into bad words that really aren't, like colonization. No, that's something that just happened, not necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. Same thing with the Crusades. I get really pissed when I hear people talking shit about the Crusades and don't know shit about what was actually happening back then.
Yep. 100%. That's another one for me. You're 100% right. That people have no idea about the Crusades. As far as they're concerned, it was Christians just decided to pick up their bags and head over to the Middle East one day to fucking slaughter the heathens and bring Christ to them. No. You have to learn history. But this goes back to what the video is about, is that Katy Perry is one of these retards. She has no clue about any of this, but she will go on there and freaking just lay into people how they're bad and she's so good, and the video continues on how bad she is. So let's go and play.
177 years. There's no indigenous Mexican claim to Los Angeles, and it's historically illiterate and downright stupid to say so. Doesn't stop them from all believing it, though.
This is not just an America's soil. No, this is indigenous soil. This is everybody's soil.
We were here first. Our ancestors were here first. Why should we have to leave?
Although you could argue, just like Spain did nearly 250 years ago, Mexicans are now trying to colonize California.
It's very true.
But no, and again, well, you see that with that woman, but it's white. It's specifically liberal white women that are really on the bandwagon. Give California back to Mexico.
Yeah,
or fat minority women.
Oh yeah,
yes,
well, and they are sometimes white.
What he has to say, it isn't just liberal white women that believe this kind of thing, and the idea that they're trying to recolonize actually isn't outside the realm of what groups like Mecha and other Latin geared NGOs that exist out there. And these types of groups, they've spoken to this. They're on college campuses. I remember Mecha being on a college campus one day. I thought it was a Mecha group. That's why I went to the meeting. And then it turned into basically a brown KKK meeting. But the stated goals of these groups is for illegal immigration to allow them to recolonize. To think that it isn't part of their intention to do this shit is short-sighted. It's absolutely what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing: is the left would love that, because if their plan is to get illegals to be able to start to vote, what's better than freaking literally letting them have a state, right? Because they wouldn't give it back and have it become part of Mexico. No. They would just sit there and say that this is essentially what California already does, some sanctuary state that you can move to if you're from Mexico, and you automatically become a citizen. That's their plan, not giving it back.
The point of sanctuary states. The point
because giving it back. What?
I think with the current administration and current Congress, I foresee a law coming from Congress shortly that will will flat out outlaw sanctuary policies nationwide.
I would like that.
They better do it.
Good.
The sanctuary policies. Yeah, the sanctuary policies. The intent behind those is to start setting up these kind of to make them acceptable, to make this kind of thing acceptable, so that you don't know, at some point they very well could use the idea of having been a sanctuary state for so long to eventually secede. They're building the groundwork with which to separate themselves from the rest of the United States. So this is one of those things where
they've been talking about that for a year. They want to make California a socialist country. They want to
exactly
and make it a socialist country.
Why, in all honesty, if we want to fuck around with the structure of the states, let's break California up into 3 states and give a good chunk of the northern portion over to Idaho, because they all want to leave and be part of Idaho anyways.
Yeah, we've been pushing for years to the state of Jefferson. Yeah. And
Washington wants to join Idaho. Oregon's already part of the state, has already voted and approved the joining of Idaho.
Idaho, fucking dude. If I had a place to go again, I'd be between there and Texas, man. I don't know where I'd go right now. Both great places.
If you don't mind winter. I mean, Idaho, and us in the north, we still get our nice winters.
How much of a winter do you get in Pocatello and Idaho Falls, though? That's what I need to know. Is it too much snow? Is it just enough snow?
I think just enough, but you're still in higher elevations. You're closer to the Rockies. Oh.
Yeah, it's like 4,000 feet, so you probably get a bit of it, but it's probably not as bad as Montana and shit.
Oh yeah, definitely not. All right, go ahead.
But despite all the flag waving and their passionate professed love of their homeland, they certainly seem to prefer LA to Mexico.
So I'm Mexican first, so deportation is not so bad.
It's not so bad. We just go on the vacation. 1 week, we'll be back.
Vivimos en este país y queremos estar en este país, y más aún, Vamos a seguir en este país.
All the Latin countries are amazing.
All the Latin countries are amazing.
Yeah.
So then, why do they want to be here then? Well, no,
Yeah, I was gonna say, why are they here?
I don't think that happens. I'll be right back.
You'd think people would be more wary of taking lectures on political history from a woman who flounced around in low Earth orbit, doing this for a grand total of about 11 minutes.
What the hell?
And the fact that after they got done doing that, they turned around with the FAA to reclassify what an astronaut actually is.
Yeah, because we're astronauts now. It's all, what the hell, really? You're sitting here trying to
was like, no, you're not. Not even
the only reason that it was the loophole because our first shots into space, specifically our first one, was the suborbital shot. And so that's why they said astronaut, but this is an up and down. They don't even actually get into space.
Look, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna deny that obviously there are women astronauts, but I think it's taking away from all astronauts when you have people rich assholes who literally barely break the fucking thing, and then they are claiming they're astronauts when these other people have to train for how many years, become peak and physical, go through all the education they need to, and have risked their life to become actual astronauts, and then this twat bag fucking gets to sit there and claim it, and she ain't done shit but be a fucking...
Well, it was autopiloted too, and you can
mark?
tell because it was a ship full of women, and they would have gotten lost.
Yeah, they had to ask directions.
And
like, which way is down?
When the person in control of that rocket was a man on the ground.
Yeah,
exactly. It's when I was a kid, like calling somebody an astronaut was like calling them smart or intelligent. Oh man, you're like an astronaut. Now, like, what are we just supposed to call retarded people astronauts? I mean, like,
stolen valor. Yeah, there you go.
Now it's an insert. Now it's an insult, not a like a compliment. We've just turned it in. All they've done is turn astronaut into an insult, because now I'm just gonna call retarded celebrities astronauts. Like, oh, you're a real fucking astronaut, aren't you?
No, see, these aren't astronauts. These are space cadets.
Space tourists. Yeah. Space cadets. I'll give you that. I was just gonna say just space tourists. I mean, that's the way if they're gonna reclassify this type of shot where it's completely automated, you have had no training to be able to take over the ship in a critical moment, then you're not an astronaut, you're a space tourist.
Yeah. It was like you went to space, kind of space on the short bus, okay? And then it was like, oh, we got a crack team of people that we're gonna send up. Get me Oprah's best friend, Gail. Like, what are you talking about?
You're gonna see them. Right. You remember in school when you had to write letters to your they're all write your letter to your favorite astronaut or something. You're gonna have assholes actually writing this bitch fucking letters asking about space, and she don't know shit. She doesn't know absolutely a damn thing about space. Like, it's like, oh,
she doesn't know anything about the space between her fucking ears, which is emptier than what's up there.
Oh god.
Yeah, true black hole. And I guess when she was up there, she started singing Louis Armstrong's "Wonderful World," and they're like, and we all started crying, and I was like, this is the most vain, like, retarded thing I have ever heard. It was like, wow, how can I make this about me?
God. I mean, well, the whole point too, Gail was asked about it, and her response was, have you been to space?
Space.
No, and neither have you.
Yeah, neither have you.
Yeah.
We should send her to space, though. Let's put her on one of those.
Yeah.
Let's send all of them up to that leaky fucking ISS space station and leave them there for a year.
Yeah, we'll send them up there and tell them to clean it.
That's a new survival reality show right there. We'll send a bunch of celebrities up the International Space Station with a bunch of tools and see how long they can survive and take care of basic repairs.
Many of you have not operated a Swiffer sweeper in zero gravity.
Roller coaster. There you go.
I'm up for watching that. I mean, didn't Elon Musk just say they should decommission that thing in like the next year or two anyways, because it's so leaking so fucking much? Like, I'd love to see him go up there and fix it. Let's send him up there to repair this thing.
Jesus Christ. All right, go ahead and hit play.
Okay.
And then claimed it made her an astronaut.
It is the highest high.
But when it comes to responding to news events
my
with
God.
brainlet hot takes, Perry's got previous after an Islamist suicide bomber blew himself up at the Manchester Arena. Having exploited open borders by coming to the UK from Libya as an asylum seeker, Perry reacted by calling for more open borders.
The greatest thing we can do is just unite and love on each other, and like no barriers, no borders. Like we all need to just coexist.
She made this.
You're supposed to just bleach your hair, not your brain.
Oh.
Yeah, and I guarantee you she's got a huge fence around her property.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure she does.
Hey, but you know what? Let's just start sending them there, because if there's one thing these people are good at, it's hopping fences. So they were like, hey, you just fucking said how many bedrooms you got in there, bitch? All right, Pedro needs a spot to sleep tonight. You know,
you want to see the story of this get changed, man. Do like Ron DeSantis did. Send him out to Martha's Vineyard. Send him to Beverly Hills. Fucking A, man.
Do it.
Let's park them there.
Yep.
Set a fence up around Beverly Hills.
Yep.
Here, you guys can stay in here.
Send them to Brentwood.
They will pay to deport them. Yeah, dude. They will be paying to deport them. They'll bring in private security to fucking drop these fuckers back across the border themselves.
No, if you really want to make them mad, send them to Bel Air. Send them to Bel Air.
Yes. Yes. Send them all to Bel Air. Fuck yeah.
Yep. Play that fucking song over and over and over again.
El Prince of Bel Air.
Yeah. Bel Air.
Go ahead and hit play.
Inside a $15 million Montecito mansion, supposedly on stolen land that belongs to Mexico, protected by an army of security in a secluded location within a gated community.
No borders.
Holy shit. That looks like the house from The Godfather where the guy finds the horse head in the bed.
Sure does.
It probably does. It's her horse head.
Yeah. Ever feel you're stuck in a bad habit you don't even think about? Maybe it's something you reach for during stressful moments while hanging out with friends or just out of boredom. I've been there. That's why I was excited to try Fume, the award.
Oh, go ahead and push past his
throwing his ad in.
Yeah.
Called for a revolution against Trump after the 2016 election, because having a net worth of $350 million shouldn't preclude someone from LARPing as some kind of Che Guevara-style radical. It's also pretty ironic that Perry is grandstanding as a staunch advocate of giving land back to its supposedly rightful indigenous owners when she previously tried to buy a nuns' convent in Los Angeles, prompting the nuns who lived there and claimed ownership of the property to refuse the sale because of Perry's anti-Christian public image, including...
Yeah, this is when it gets good. Like she's such a bad person. Like evil.
You don't need to swear.
And didn't she start out as like a Christian singer?
Yeah, she actually. It was funny because I remember this when she first started out. She actually gave a bunch of shit to, I believe it was like Lady Gaga, because Lady Gaga dressed like a nun or something in some video, and she's all like, that's blasphemy, and she had her little fucking tantrum about it. I remember that clearly. That was back when like I really thought she was the hottest thing. I was like, damn, she's so sexy. And yeah, now she's like mid.
She looks rode hard and put away wet. Like seriously.
She found a plastic surgeon that can add a chromosome.
She's making
that's in Hollywood's hard.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, the same thing happened to Taylor Swift. I mean,
yeah,
it's nothing interesting about either of them. They're almost.
Dude, I remember that interview with Taylor Swift where her dad was just like begging her not to get political, and was like, "All right, well, you're eventually gonna lose half your audience."
And you think Taylor Swift has the money to at least get ass implants to actually get rid of her flat ass?
Something, tits,
at least injection.
Somewhere Kenzo is just like rolling over, pissed.
He's
he's like, "How dare you?" Dude, they're like, I remember when I was younger, I used to think actors and stuff, there were some who were so hot and shit. Is it me, or has Hollywood just become a bunch of mids? Like literally none of the chicks now are really gorgeous like they used to be. Like actresses used to be fucking amazingly hot, and now they're just like, okay.
I was talking about this the other day, actually. Like a lot of these actors, like her, and a lot of the other ones, like the girl from The Boys, they get this shit plastic surgery, and like for 5 seconds they buy, or it was Felicia Day that I saw the other day, but like get this shit face work done where it gives them maybe, it's like for a year or two, or maybe for 5 years, they look 2 years younger than they were when they got the surgery done, but 5 years later they look fucking 40 years older than they fucking are. They look terrible. Every single one of them that gets this shitty fucking plastic surgery, they look like shit. Like that shit with Katy Perry with the fucking the blonde dyed hair. She looked like a fucking 30-year-old boy. Like she looked like
a boy.
Like Justin.
She looked like Justin Bieber.
Yeah,
exactly. She looked like Bieber if Bieber didn't lose all that weight and do crack. I don't know what the hell he's on, heroin. Something.
Yeah, Bieber didn't get diddied.
Bieber's like a broken man. I'm just getting back by the way, but shit happened to that guy. That's I feel
he
bad
never
for him,
went
to
to
be
the Diddy
honest.
party. That's what Katy Perry looks like. Like, I'm sorry, dude. She did not hold up. It did not.
No,
hold
she
up.
did not.
Yeah, no.
That
Justin
first
Bieber
year
looks like he wants to bum a square now. Like.
that first, like when she first came out, when I kissed a girl and I liked it in that time period and shit. She was, like I said, she was a good looking woman. But yeah, you're right, just off a cliff.
That very inappropriate Sesame Street outfit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, SNL. Oh my god.
I think her ex really dodged a bullet.
Russell Brand. He got out of there.
After that relationship, he got clean. He stopped doing drugs. He started finding religion. It's like,
for sure.
It's it's kind of the opposite of what happens with my relationship. I usually drive them to lesbianism, but
that's how it is in all kind of relationships, right? The guys, when they're in the relationship, the guy crazy after it breaks up, he gets sane and they go crazy. It's kind of this weird dynamic, right? Like girls make guys crazy, guys not being around, girls go crazy. It's weird.
Yeah, guys will hit the gym. They'll start putting their lives back together. You know, they might start like a new business, and then like, you know, because you want them to see you again and be like, yeah, like this is, you know, and like women will just fucking lose their minds. Like they go down in value. It's fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, majorly.
Aaron Laura,
Aaron
how
Laura.
are all these women finding? We're supposed to keep it low key. Dudes is supposed to be a dude.
You know that wasn't gonna happen.
All these women are finding us.
Gals telling everybody.
I don't feel safe.
All the ladies.
I know.
Yeah. We need to block.
This is supposed to be our safe space. Okay.
Look at how fucking crazy she is.
Ah, God, she does look horrible.
She looks like, I don't know, like a Mexican ghost story. Like if you cross this bridge with your headlights off, Katy Perry gonna come.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're all like
the innumerable times she's mimicked occult-style satanic rituals as part of live performances.
We own the property which was stolen, and I'm sorry, but I just can't sit back and let that happen.
Pulling no punches, sisters Rita Callanan and Catherine Rose Holzman speaking out for the first time since an LA County judge ruled against them, clearing the way for the Los Angeles Archdiocese to sell their Los Feliz convent to singer Katy Perry.
At the height of a bitter...
What a fucking bitch!
I know, straight. Okay, that's who I am. Who I am. I have no love for.
It's bad enough to steal a property from, like, through financial means from like old people that have lived there their whole lives, but so old ladies, it's bad enough for you stealing it from old nuns.
Yeah, she's like Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and you know, she's just making it into some house or something. It's not like she didn't take their business or something like that. She took a convict. She's gonna fucking plow that over or turn it into fucking a condo or a house for herself. That's her plan. So she's literally taking their home to give herself a home when she can buy a home anywhere. It's retarded.
We're getting into Scooby-Doo villain territory. Yeah. I would have gotten away with it without you meddling nuns.
Oh my God.
And lengthy legal battle. After being forced to pay millions to Perry's lawyers, Sister Catherine Rose Holzman suddenly collapsed and died during a court appearance. Hours before her
She
death,
killed a nun.
tweeted directly
Wow.
to Katy Perry. Please stop. It's not doing anyone any good except hurting a lot of people. According to Sister Rita Callanan, Holzman's best friend, Perry, had blood on her hands.
You have stolen the property of the Sisters of the Immaculate Heart.
Remember that the next time Katie tries to lecture you about stolen land. But there's more. That $15 mansion I mentioned earlier. In 2023, a judge sided with Perry in ousting a disabled veteran from the home. The vet tried to back out of the sale after claiming he initially agreed to it while suffering from degenerative brain disease and symptoms of dementia. Not only did Perry get the house,
Christ.
and she could have left it there, but then decided to pile on the misery by suing the bedbound 85-year-old for $6 million to cover.
Jesus.
Wow. I mean,
He's a bedridden disabled veteran. I can tell you right now, he ain't got $6 million. That's a whole new level of cruelty.
Yeah,
dude, that's
taking away anything that he might have for his kids. It's all going to be spent on legal expenses, and she knows it. She knows she won't get a dime of that. She just wants. She's punishing him by taking him through the court system, so he loses everything, and his family loses everything.
Yep.
Do you remember wasn't there a time in golden age of Hollywood where it'd be like a rich celebrity would actually donate money to like try to save a nun's commune or a poor family's house from being bulldozed or bought by a greedy corporation? What happened to those days?
Okay, well, I'm just gonna start harassing Katy Perry online. I'm just every time she tweets something, I'm just gonna be like, "Nun killer says what?" What that nun killer?
Right? But that's again, we're looking at Hollywood before social media, back when they actually had image consultants that told them exactly what they should do when they are in public, and that was the only interface. That's why
they're told they're gods now.
And now,
yeah, they're whatever they do is somehow just and right, and they don't hold themselves to the same standards. If Katy Perry saw Trump do this for a piece of property, would she sit there and give him as much grace as she wants people to give her for these things? Hell no. She'd call him a tyrant. She'd call him evil. Can you believe what Trump did? But she can do it. And I bet you if you asked her, she'd be like, you just don't understand. I really needed to expand on the house. And the nuns were in the way of that, right?
We're being really, really mean to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that disabled man signed a contract, and I had to cancel a few concerts to go deal with that. So, they're complete narcissists. They all have God complexes.
It's fucking disgusting.
What are you sharing, Savage Dad?
So I wanted something as a palate cleanse from Katy Perry when we're done with this.
Oh, okay. Sure, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
A former musical partner of hers, actually, who looks like.
Ooh. Well, let's finish the video first, then we'll get to that.
I don't care about the video.
Yes.
we'll come back to her.
Seems nice.
Back rent and alleged damages, because apparently that $350 million net worth just isn't enough. The son of the disabled vet slammed Perry for proclaiming her newfound empathy.
And then you're feeling the love when you come down, for sure.
While treating ordinary people like dirt and having zero sympathy for his father, who's basically on his deathbed. Yeah, nice woman, isn't she?
Yeah, I need a little.
Some might argue that Perry has a history of colonizing property from its rightful indigenous owners, but that won't stop her from lecturing you about America supposedly colonizing property from its rightful indigenous owners. If you value what I do and you want to...
So, yes, go check out Paul Joseph Watson if you like that video. Some credit to him. He does the work, so I don't have to.
So, can anybody? Well, I mean, you can probably see the name, but so once upon a time, you reminded me of this talking about Katy Perry and talking about how much Katy Perry fell off. And then I remembered a video she did once with somebody who put out a horrible song that nobody ever wants to listen to, but as a teenager, grew up. If anybody remembers the song "Friday" by Rebecca Black, this is
Oh,
Rebecca
God.
Black today.
Oh,
Well,
wow,
doing much better than Katy Perry. That all held up for her. Good for her. Not bad. Like,
Friday.
as long as she's not still singing Friday, but if she showed up
Yeah.
looking like that,
she
I
is,
would
but it's a
actually listen to the song.
remix. It's redone.
I could listen to it if there's a music video of her dancing in this very particular outfit or something even more scantily clad. That
she's
versus
worn
Katy Perry.
weirder stuff.
Like,
yeah, would.
oh yeah.
Well, hold on. Before we make any, has she stolen any old people's property or?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think she's got $300 million to do that, but
Okay,
she might actually be a struggling artist to some extent or another. I don't think she's quite reached the Katy Perry levels of knowledge, because nobody even knows that like she still exists.
I would. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm not prude, but damn, she looks like a straight up fucking stripper. Like she's like just trashy looking.
Somewhere Theo Snodgrass is looking up.
Not stripper,
Yeah.
more like
Yeah.
dive bartender.
Yeah, there you
Yes.
go. Fair.
Well, she's
In
like
my-
a DJ for a while or some shit.
Theo would
In
try
my
to save
head,
her.
yeah, in my head, I hear Theo's voice go, "Hear me out."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Let's talk. I'm here to form a connection with you.
You
all
beat
you
me
need
to
to-
it. You beat me to it.
No, you need to put about 12 pounds of muscle on and but then you could definitely have a thing going on.
If Theo found out she was like a DJ or something, I think he would pass the muscle. The muscle mommy thing is only for certain scenarios. I think he'd be fine with this as is.
You think?
Oh yeah.
Only he was here to tell us.
I know, right?
we just have to assume since he's not here. But yeah, no, like Katy Perry is just. I'm gonna try to find more of these videos. It's just one of the celebrities that is just like a complete and utter fake and phony and hypocrite. But I just when I saw that I was all like, oh, she's exactly like I thought she was, and I wanted to share it with everyone. So inform you of the bitch.
I find it very acceptable that people harass her incessantly.
Yeah.
On X or
When
wherever you find her about some shit like that. That's disgusting.
When my thought of Katy Perry couldn't get any lower, we still haven't even gotten through the basement yet.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. So go ahead and bring up I believe there was another video. The one from Mythbusters.
Got it.
Oh, the redhead? Hell yeah. We got or something. I'm down.
Now this is
Redhead
something
from Mythbusters.
Yeah, this is something we have always. It's obvious. It's like one of those things that you really didn't need to bust the myth. I mean, it just everyone knows this, but it's nice to have them actually proved how fact it is, and something that I didn't even know come out of it. So go ahead.
It's said that the larger a waitress's cup size, the more tips she'll receive. To test this rumor, they had Carrie work as a waitress for 3 days, each day appearing with a different cup size, to see if the amount of tips she got was related to her body proportions. They rented out a coffee shop for the experiment. Tori set up a surveillance system in various corners of the shop to secretly observe customers' reactions. Meanwhile, Grant designed a custom tip collection box that could remotely direct tips from male and female customers into separate compartments. Once everything was ready, the experiment began. On day 1, Carrie worked with her natural figure. Although she didn't go out of her way to flaunt her curves, her charming smile still won over many customers. At the end of the shift, they counted the tips and
like go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, when I did the hottest redhead get ranked, I brought her up and everyone gave me shit. She is fucking hot. I don't. Yeah, like they're all like, she's kind of and like I'm like, what are you talking about? She is fucking so hot.
That's the reason why I watch it.
Retarded.
Yeah. Was Dummy on the panel?
Hey.
I don't know. Yeah, he wouldn't be interested in that. There's no penis. But no, I can't remember who was on the panel. I was like, just oh my god, she is fucking hot. Like
she's one of the reasons I watch MythBusters.
Yeah,
she's the reason I learned calculus. What the fuck, dude? Like,
yeah, and she's still
science if not for her, man. Jeez.
And unlike Katy Perry, she has held up. Like if you see a picture of her, she is still a fucking goddamn MILF, man.
She doesn't go under the knife every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she doesn't need adrenochrome.
She's aged naturally, and she still looks good for her fucking age. I don't care what you say.
And she's on Tinder. She's on Tinder. Like, I was like, damn. Yeah.
How do you know this? Does she live by you?
No, I just was doing my research. Shut up.
Research equals stalking.
Y'all shut up.
I'm living out my childhood fantasy.
Oh my god. I wish like I'm not on Tinder, but I wish I would just try to score with her.
Found that 80 male customers had left a total of $72. On day 2, Carrie wore padding to make her chest appear 2 cup sizes smaller, then went about her shift as usual. Despite the less striking figure, surprisingly, she still received the exact same amount in tips, $72.
Still hot.
At this point,
so there's no pay gap between those cup sizes.
Yeah. She's still a hot woman, even with the flatter boobies.
Yeah.
The results seemed to contradict the rumor, but everything came down to the 3rd day. On day 3, Kari enhanced her bust by 2 cup sizes. As soon as the shop opened, her exaggerated figure immediately drew in a wave of male customers. Some of them just straight up conversation, others stared without blinking, and a few even tried to sneak glances from across the room. By the end of the experiment, Kari had received $98 in tips, a 30% increase compared to the previous 2 days. This seemed to suggest that an exaggerated figure does, in fact, make men more generous. Strangely enough, tips from female customers also went up by 40%. It turns out that the appreciation of beauty.
Damn lesbians.
I think that kind of blows it up because you would think that women being catty would actually their tips would actually decrease out of jealousy but no, maybe not. No, I'm thinking for
it's subconscious. Women prefer
right, but I'm saying
women.
I'm talking about like the feminists.
Yeah, girls like
So-
big titties too.
It's quite dependent, I would say, probably on location. Like maybe there was just a high propensity for lesbians in this particular coffee shop.
They are in
Like,
California.
you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
see? So if they were in Northern California, that's one way. Now, if she'd have been in Dallas, Texas, the small boobs would have made considerably less.
Oh god. I would dude, I'd evict a bunch of nuns to get a shot at that. Damn. Like seriously. But it like also how people not know who she is. Like I would notice who she was. I'd be like this attractive red. That's that chick from Mythbusters.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, like so maybe that's why she's getting good tips. Maybe people start figuring out who she was too.
No, it's a tip.
That's why.
No, and
Definitely
like they
the
already
dick.
said, the male customers like increased during that day. If you ever worked, like when I worked at GameStop, and if there was a hot new bank girl, everybody in all the different stores around the thing knew within hours, and everybody like,
yeah.
well, gotta go make some change, boys. New girl at the
yeah.
coffee shop, you're
Nice.
drinking like 4 cups a day.
Yeah. Everyone's all like, I need another coffee. I'm going.
Yeah,
You
I'm so
start off
tired
twitching.
today.
You're
I'm
Really
just
tired of
dragging.
caffeine.
What okay, so next I wanted to bring this up, and this is going to be one of our bigger discussions. We have, let me see if I can.
Let me since she was brought up, I have to do something real quick.
Oh, are you going to show her now?
Yeah. Now,
Or did you find her on Tinder?
No, I'm gonna let Theo search that one out, but I don't think she's Theo's type, so I'll have him do the research, so that even though he probably won't continue, but let's see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And that dress doesn't even do her proper justice, like at all.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find another one here. Real
Not a
quick.
great dress, but she's still gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
See.
There is something about redheads.
Yeah, I know. I know what you mean.
Okay. Geez, they just do not like to use good image quality.
No, they don't.
So it degrade. I think it takes her down just a little bit, but I will.
Let's see.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. Yes. God damn. See, and the thing I like about her is that she is absolutely gorgeous, but she looks like she could be your fucking friend's mom, right? Like she's an approachable gorgeous. Like, yeah.
Daddy.
But all right. So what I wanted to talk about is a couple days ago was Father's Day. Congratulations to all you fathers. You have sired the next generation, and hopefully, as myself, you want to start an army. With yep. Mother's Day, Father's Day. There you go.
Yeah.
Nothing truer than that. And that's how we like it. We don't need we don't need to fucking go out and have a bunch grade. No, just leave us alone. Just leave us alone. You can give us, the kids can give us a card and a bag of beef jerky, and we're happy. We're set. We're like, thank you. Nothing I want more than what this. Yep. Well, yeah, you're right. Moms you have to make them breakfast in bed. You have to take them to dinner. You have to. Screw that. Just leave me alone.
Yeah, there's a whole kind of thing, and then you've got all the the mother-in-laws, the shit with that, like dude, the politics involved with Mother's Day is the whole thing about what Mother's Day becomes. Thankfully, I have set some pretty good ground rules around here. It's just we do one mom, the mother of these children. There's Grandparents' Day for all the other shit. But yeah, Father's Day, we don't need anything. I got bourbon and comfortable Hawaiian shirt. That's it. Perfect.
Nice.
That's all I need.
Set boundaries. I've set boundaries. I don't want to deal with your mother, but I don't want to deal with my mother.
I think the biggest problem with Father's Day right now are single mothers wanting to appropriate it.
Oh yeah. Gatekeep. We will gatekeep the fuck out of this. Go put a dick on if you want to. Single moms, if you want to co-opt Father's Day.
And most single moms are actually just divorced moms. They still have the kids still have fathers.
Yeah.
Immaculate conception. They don't deserve Father's Day. It's called
Thank
you have boobs, you have a vagina, you birth them, you spent hours, you don't deserve Father's Day. Father's Day, although sometimes it could be like 15 minutes of celebration for you.
That exactly. Do I need more than that? That's all I need. At 4 a.m., 15 minutes of celebratory time.
15 minutes of celebrating, then 5 minutes later tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. That's it. 100%.
I wish I could have heard something, but I couldn't hear anything because it came from a woman.
Yes.
But I've been seeing all these, and this has been going on for years. This by no means is something new. Every Father's Day now, you get articles from all these different things. I also found one from The Guardian, but I couldn't re-find it. It was something about my son is suspicious of the idea of Father's Day, and why shouldn't he be when it's the lesser of the parent or something. It celebrates the lesser parent. And then you have stuff like this. It's not Father's Day, we should be celebrating mothers. Why? Because they're the true heroes. And this idea that we should just erase Father's Day because it doesn't really fucking matter.
Even though when the father isn't there, the kid goes to jail. But yeah, continue.
Yeah, it's ridiculous that like they won't even give fathers one day. Can't you just say, hey, you know what? All of our bitching, all of our evil woman stuffs, we'll save that and give them one day. Nope, they want to take Father's Day from, just wipe it out. Dude, second Mother's Day. Why haven't second Mother's Day?
You know what it is? It's women just getting upset and wanting a pat on the back that, like, since their man ditched them, they have to get off their ass and do stuff like, I mow my own lawn. It's like, well, good for you. You should have been fucking nicer and maybe would have stuck around.
Yeah, maybe make better decisions.
See, I think it's more nefarious than that. They've been trying to demonize and erase fathers from society for decades. They do it in everything from entertainment. Like, how many shows said the father is either a deadbeat, a loser, the actual villain of the story?
Oh yeah, constantly, all the time.
All the
I don't even acknowledge that shit. I don't want my kids even watch it.
Well, and if he is around, what? He's a buffoon. You know, like
Homer Simpson, abusive, drunk buffoon.
Yeah,
That's
Peter Griffin, abusive, drunk
for a sitcom dad. That's why they can't stand it anytime some piece of media that depicts a father in a positive light is successful. We know why, because it's refreshing and people want to see that again. But it infuriates them. They do everything they can to destroy that. Like Tim Allen's new show that they were fighting that show since the day it was released.
Or there's a loophole. If it's a stepdad, he can be
right. Or if there's two dads and they're both perfect.
Yes.
And absolutely nothing questionable going on.
Yeah, and it's go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say, as a father, is there any character fucking worse than the stepdad in Santa Claus? Like, is there a guy you want to punch fucking more in the face than the stepdad?
Only in the first movie.
Santa Claus.
Only in the first
in the
movie.
first movie. That's what I mean.
He got cool by the later ones. In the first one, he's a douche nozzle.
So
he's scared in the later ones. What are you talking about? Like he's almost Santa Claus than the kids. He's all
I know. He had kind of a good redemption arc. He was well-meaning. I see what
the
you
first
mean.
movie was the heart. Like the first movie, like I swear, I want to reach through the two. Fantastic movie. Tim Allen at his peak, great. But I wanted to reach watching that movie now, like as a dad and shit. I just want to reach through the screen and just fucking throttle that guy.
Fucking Neil.
Well, that was such a 90s trope, though. You know, it was like the guy's gonna like drop off his kids, and the stepdad's like, "What are you doing here?" And it was like, "What the fuck you mean? What am I doing here? I'm picking up my kids." Like, what? Like, why does it always have to be like? You know why? Because it's like a female fantasy. You know, they like the idea.
I'll be right back.
That men are fighting over them. It is stupid. Because I saw this too.
Okay, so this just recently popped up. Which again, Patricia, you're not the star of the show. There's a reason why you were paid less.
Yeah.
Dude, when I saw
the
this,
show was based on his comedy that he wrote for decades before the show came fucking out.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
They could have replaced.
They could have. I mean, she could have. I mean, because they could have killed her off. They could have
off screen.
They could have separated off screen, something like that.
They could have
the show was not her. The show was Tim.
Yeah.
Would it be great as if they recast her with Pamela Anderson?
Oh yeah, he marries the Tool Time girl.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. That
oh my
great.
god.
Yeah. She wasn't even. She was mediocre on the show. Like you go back and watch the Tool Time or Home Improvement now, and it's just like she's kind of the annoying '90s wife trope. And it's like, but yeah, it was Tim Allen, and at some point, Jonathan Taylor Thomas really carried
the show.
The girls were into, but like she brought next to nothing to it. Like she's, in all honesty,
what else can you name?
I wouldn't have remembered her. I can't even name shit that she did on this show.
That's the thing, is he was already established. He already was a character. He had been doing stand-up.
Yeah.
He was successful before the show. The show was built around him, essentially, right?
Yep.
Why the hell do you think you get as much as him?
The storylines were based on his comedy routines.
Yeah, it's one thing when you have an ensemble cast of, and you're all supposed to be kind of the lead of it. But Tool Time,
like Friends.
Yeah, exactly. That the girls could be like, we deserve as much money as the guys. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Why? Because
that's a good argument.
But the whole Home Improvement was about him, his character, his thing, and his family. His family was there to move his character along and give him the stories and all that different stuff. They weren't the story, he was. And it's so for her to sit there and be all butthurt about it, and that people have known that for years, that she didn't like him and he didn't give a shit about her.
That's right. And they had no chemistry on screen. Like, that was the one thing about that show. A lot of the shows, you could tell, like, the two parent characters either liked each other, or at least even if they hated each other, kind of like John Goodman and Roseanne kind of had some outs, and you could feel it. They still had chemistry because there was something there. Them, there was just nothing there.
Well, you see it with, because Tim Allen doing the other sitcoms, Last Man Standing, he had chemistry with his wife there.
Yeah. And I've talked about how I could see when they really turned it into going into the trope of him being always corrected by his younger daughters, as somehow, even though they were 20 years old, somehow they were smarter than their father, who had been around and you see that so much nowadays. Like you were saying, it's really frustrating. That's why our original opener had us as sitcom fathers, because we were kind of like almost trying to take it back, this idea that you should be able to have guy characters that are smart and intelligent and not have to be put down every second. And this whole idea, it's not just fathers, it's the whole idea that you can't have a guy be a mentor, especially to a girl anymore. Like the Next Karate Kid, where Mr. Miyagi was, her mentor. You can't have that no more. They wouldn't make that. They would never do that, because an older guy cannot teach a young girl anything. We're too stupid. And that's the whole thing that they're
it represents the patriarchy.
Yeah.
If they do that.
All you can have is some old guy be really stupid and get taught stuff by the young girl, which is just ridiculous in every single fucking way, because young girls don't know shit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone want to address this? Who anyone got an opinion on Everyone Loves Raymond?
The worst offender. I only watched a little bit of that show. I don't remember him being cucked exactly. I know
he was scared of his wife.
Wife and his mom, and hated his mom, and really hated and just barely tolerated his mom.
Yeah. I'd only watch that show for Brad Garrett. Ray Romano's fine, but it wasn't, I liked Peter Boyle, but that show, by that point, when that show was starting to get famous, I was starting to kind of get burnt out on sitcoms.
Sitcoms have really gone down. They're not near as good as they used to be.
They're gone, dude. The art form is about dead, which is unfortunate. In all honesty,
they're still around. They've just been replaced with that not quite a sitcom kind of Scrubs, The Office, Modern Family. No audience. They kind of adopted that British mockumentary style for a lot of them.
You had like the last one that was good for a while. If you watch like the first few seasons and then just skip the last 2 or 3, How I Met Your Mother was great. It was a good.
I agree with you.
That's like the last good one, but the last couple seasons were dog shit.
Big Bang Theory had some funny moments, but for the most part, it's a gross misrepresentation of nerd culture. It had some funny moments, and I kind of it was one of those shows I couldn't stand, but then the storyline would keep you like, all right, I got to see what's going to happen. Some of the actors are pretty good in that. Penny's hot.
I miss. Oh God, she was.
Come on. Oh no. Okay, Penny. Yeah, but then the other one, the fucking Bernadette. Jesus
what she was,
fucking Christ.
That little spunky girl was stacked.
I know, right? It's like, how's she not falling over? Like, whoa. Whoa.
I miss good sitcoms. I used to love watching sitcoms, and now, yeah, you're right. There's none. Tim Allen's actually got a newer one, but but it's the same thing. His daughter is somehow a million times smarter than him, and he's just this dumb old guy who owns his own business, has become successful, all this stuff. But somehow his daughter, who got in a marriage or in a relationship that was tragic, and the guy leaves her, and she's stuck with these two kids and shit. But somehow she's the intelligent one, right? Not him who owns a business, like I said, owns a business, has made himself successful. No, he somehow has to get taught everything by her because she's the intelligent one. It's this cognitive dissonance that they go through, that somehow she can be a failure in life, but she's the one who needs to teach him a lesson.
Well, it all stems back from this phrase that people started using in the early 2010s, maybe even late 2000s, is mansplaining. So and really, that's just feminist rhetoric for a guy's not allowed to tell you anything. A guy, it was like, and we've seen this in everything where a woman just says something completely dumb. If you correct her, you're mansplaining. And by the way, ladies, mansplaining is short for man explaining. Just to get that out there. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I know we're backtracking, but I had to excuse myself for a second. Keep in mind the wife on Home Improvement, she was outshadowed by a neighbor whose face we never fucking saw. Okay? And she wanted as much as Tim Allen made.
Until the very last episode and the finale bow. That's when you actually got to see his face.
I still remember the finale bow because he walked out and he went, and I was like, oh shit, it's Wilson.
Oh, dude, that was the thing. Tim Allen had chemistry with every fucking buddy on that set.
Except
everyone
her.
On that
Yeah,
show.
he did.
Chemistry with fucking the Tool girl, like Pam Anderson, like everybody but Patricia Richardson. Like, you want to ask why you didn't get paid? It goes back to merit again. You didn't fucking bring anything to the set, so you didn't get paid anything.
I would say because he got more laughs and did more to further Tim's character, I would say Al should have made more than her.
Yeah.
He did so much more.
100%.
Yeah. So
and he was legit, like he lived that fucking role. That was the impressive thing
Yeah.
about him. Like that was so fucking good, dude.
It just a parody of Bob Vila is great.
Yeah. I don't think so, Tim.
Yeah.
Shit, I gotta put that on after the show. It's been so long since I've watched that.
Right.
We got to start making suggestions on this show for movies that are pro man, do a good depiction of men and stuff like that for people to watch.
Yeah.
Like when you guys were mentioning earlier the awful stepdad from the Santa Claus. Have you guys ever seen the movie Bye Bye Love?
No.
Does not sound familiar.
It's
hold on, let me look it up because sometimes I'll.
Yeah, it has Randy Quaid, has Matthew Modine, Paul Reiser, and it's essentially these three fathers. They're friends, and they've all gotten divorced, and they have their kids. They get their kids once every 2 weeks or whatever for a short period of time, and so they meet up and they kind of help each other out. And it's a comedy, it's hilarious, but it shows a lot of probably the stuff that one of the dads cheated on his wife. He's but that wife loves the other dad. They've always been in love, but the one I want to focus on is Randy Quaid's character. He hates his ex because she has her boyfriend and she refuses essentially to marry him because they live in his house and he has to pay alimony. And he goes to pick up the kids this asshole is out on his deck and it pisses him off so bad. He's all, I built that deck from the ground up. That is my deck. And this asshole who doesn't work, doesn't have a job, this young shit who's now sleeping with my wife is out there on my deck. So finally, at one point, he just loses his shit and goes out there and destroys the fucking deck. Just rips it the fuck apart.
Oh, fuck
and
yeah,
then,
dude. I can vibe with that.
And the whole time, as he's driving around through the whole movie in different points, he's listening to this show with what's the guy, the actor who plays Meathead? That from All in the Family.
Yeah.
Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner.
Yeah. God, I hate Rob Reiner. Okay. He plays this freaking DJ. And he's sitting there just critiquing fathers, like, oh, father, these absentee fathers and these fathers after divorces, they're such bastards. And he just is giving him shit. And it's pissing Randy Quaid off more and more every time he listens to him. He's just getting more and more pissed. And finally, at the end, after he snaps from that, he finally goes to the radio station to beat the shit out of Rob Reiner. And he like busts in there. And Rob Reiner's like just shitting his pants. And finally he grabs him and he tells him off and says, you know, you don't understand what men go through, and just sets him straight. And it's this whole thing. It really is a decent comedy movie that not many people know about. But I love when he's chasing Rob Reiner's fat ass around.
Yeah, you had me beat the shit out of Rob Reiner.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm like, can I just clip the end and watch that on repeat?
The only downside to the whole thing is that like he goes on a date with Janine Garofalo, which is like right, and she's so annoying. Yeah,
that's a 90s thing. Remember when they tried to like make Janine Garofalo a thing, and it was like, she was frumpy feminist before like frumpy feminist was
because her Daria on MTV took off a little bit. So then, because
she was a writer and
comedian,
she wasn't terrible on the eyes. Like, it made sense, but it was like no guy ever wants to look across like the table on a date and see like.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
she's the archetype for what modern feminists are, though. I mean, if you look at what she was through her whole evolution, like you see her, like her echoed throughout fucking time anymore. You go to one of those fucking No Kings protests, that's 90% of them there.
It's funny though, because he's like, he goes on this awful date and they're miserable and she hates him and he hates her. Well, then they end up having to go like find one of the daughters or something like that. And so she gets pulled into it, like with his kids, having to watch his kids and shit. And as he goes to kick the shit out of Rob Reiner and he gives his speech about how dads have to struggle, but they want to spend every second with their kid. It's just, you have to balance being able to, work and provide for him and all. And then goes through this whole thing, sets Rob Reiner's ass straight. She just falls in love with him. So he ends up with her, even though you're like, God, why would anyone want to end up with her? Like, she just kind of decides they're going to be together. And he's like, like she just decides you're my man now. And he doesn't get a choice. It's kind of creepy.
Well, that was a weird thing about her characters in all these 90s shows anyway, where like they would have that, like I said, and then all of a sudden they would fuck her anyway. Like,
well, there's a simple explanation for this. It was there and it was available. That's 80% of the fucking way there already. So
yeah, but no, that's not what I mean. Where I was like, you have like this cold, callous woman. You know what a great example would be? Like, is Lilith from Frasier or Cheers, where she's very feminist. She's hot, but she's very feminist. But it was like, but every now and then Frasier would wake up next to her in bed and be like, like like
they did that on the newest season of Frasier. Their old asses were like, yeah. She was still able to bag.
She was awesome. Okay, like that's when that character was funny, because you're like, oh my god, this feminist is so outlandish. There'll never be
anyone you would meet in real life.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to say, BB Newirth was fucking so hot. I don't know if she's held up. I haven't seen her in years.
She does. I've seen her. She's smoke show still.
But oh my god, do you
like
remember?
In her 70s.
Is she? Holy shit. She was hot in Frasier. Oh God, I know she was a frigid bitch, but damn, I'd rip that.
I unapologetically love Frasier.
Oh, me too. Oh, I love
Great
Frasier.
I'm glad that they rebooted it. The only way they could have made it better is to have like Frasier Niles like walking around like modern day Seattle. He's like, Frasier, this with short hair just called me a fucking fascist.
Oh man,
Niles like he's trying so hard to be accepted by that sector of Seattle and failing at every step. Like they kicked me out of the parade, Frasier. I don't know why. I just told them
I'm really gonna stick it to the white man this
really
time.
needed. You're right.
He joins.
They needed to improve their hygiene if they wanted to be taken seriously. But no, the dude who plays Niles, he just refused. He's like, I can't go back to that character. I just can't do it. Like they begged him. Fucking Kelsey Grammer himself really tried to get him on board.
That's the problem with it, is that cast was so perfectly like everybody in it was so perfect. Not having the dad there, not having Niles there, not having all those characters, I haven't gotten into it. I want to because I love Frasier so much, but I don't.
It's messing a lot.
Yeah,
it's
the
guy
a lot,
who played
and
the dad passed.
Yeah, with John Mahoney. Yeah, when John Mahoney was gone, like there was no show. And now granted, I mean Eddie was two different dogs throughout the entirety of the show. But I was just like that dynamic. But because of that, they've also kind of forced Kelsey Grammer to be like the last bastion of all the things that we liked in that show. So like every now and then you'll get a little bit of Niles, you'll get a little bit of how his dad was because he's the older dad now in the show, and then you kind of get like Frasier proper, and then everybody else is kind of everybody else. Like, you know what I mean? It's a poor comparison to which I think is one of the greatest sitcoms of all time.
I do too. I 100% agree.
Oh, absolutely.
Now
I've watched.
Remember how hot Daphne was in the original Frasier?
I believe
you want to talk about holding up? You want to talk about holding up, man? Just pull up my screen here.
Yeah. Where is it? Oh, here we go.
This is last year.
Nice.
Get out of town.
I know, right?
What about Roz, man? I used to have a massive credit. Roz was so
Roz
easy
was
too. Yeah,
Roz was good.
I would have a chance with
was
Roz.
More my type, but yeah. Well, everybody had a chance. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Bulldog had a chance.
Oh, Bulldog got some.
Bulldog was great.
Man, another case of casting a flaming homosexual actor to be the most badass, misogynist, lovable character. Like between him and Barney from How I Met Your Mother. It's like fuck yeah, those guys are great.
Oh hell yeah, they were freaking. Barney is one of my favorite characters from sitcoms too. Just
except for they destroyed his character in the last couple seasons.
A whole lot,
That's
why it went to shit. Like none of it existed.
I like News Radio too. That was a great show.
Oh fuck yeah, oh, man,
another good one.
That episode where Phil Hartman's trying to quit smoking is one of the funniest. And a young Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
that the guy who did Cheers and Frasier, he did a lot of good shows. He also did Wings, which Wings was pretty funny.
Oh, Wings was good too. Yeah, I liked Wings. Tim Daly.
Wings was fantastic. Yeah.
What was that movie? God, I'm trying to think of the movie. Shit, where she played. Bebe Neuwirth played the principal. What was that?
Who played the principal?
She was that scary movie, or it was trying to be scary. It wasn't very scary.
Oh, The Faculty with her.
The Faculty, yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Pull up a picture of her from The Faculty.
90s take on Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
I think it's a great fucking movie. You got Josh Hartnett. You got really what's his name? Fucking Elijah Wood.
Yeah. Pull up the picture of her from The Faculty. She was that's really the one that sticks in my head. She was so fucking hot in there.
She's in her like mid 40s there. Hell yeah.
I'll be back in a moment.
All right.
Bebe Neuwirth in The Faculty,
which is a bitchin' band name.
Oh, that would be a good band name. Holy crap, you're right.
Oh, what was one we came up with last night. Ouija bear.
Ouija bear. My sister came up with one for a short story. She writes stories, and she came up with one I thought was Free Catalina.
Yeah,
that sounded good. And you know where she got it from? A dressing bottle. No, a dressing bottle. She wanted a name for a band in her story, and she like was in the fridge, and she's all like, "I'm gonna use this." I'm all like, "What are you talking about?" She's all, "Free Catalina." It's like fat Free Catalina dressing.
Yeah, it's got a great ring to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found this on my bookshelf. I forgot. I almost forgot I had this. A bro will, Article 10, a bro will drop whatever he's doing and rush to help his bro dump a chick. Facts.
Yes. True. The bro code. Absolutely. Yeah. Damn. She was so hot in there.
Yeah, she's just got like this icy look to her, and you just want to warm her up.
Yeah. With my penis.
Yeah,
that's how it's done.
She had some. She started off as a dancer. She wasn't even an actress first. That's why she's got
that
those
body.
She's got those legs on her, man.
Oh yeah, with that body, I could
like
definitely
Broadway
see that.
and shit. Like I think her first main just regular acting gig was she's in like a Woody Allen movie, and then she was in Cheers. But before that, all theater with mostly dance and shit. And then I was watching this whole fucking history of Friends and like all the backstory on all the or not Friends, Cheers. Backstory on all the actors.
Oh yeah,
Coach was an actual coach.
Yeah.
Oh really? Okay, that tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Cheers. That's probably my favorite, followed by Frasier. Just all favorite time sitcoms. I've watched both of them through multiple times. Yeah, which is why when we chose to change the opener, and originally I was going to be Magnum PI as the character, and then Iron's all like, I wanted to like pick out sexist guys or guys that are known for being, dogs with women, and I all of a sudden is Sam, make me Sam Malone. I have to be Sam.
Hey, it worked out. I'm pretty proud of that intro, by the way. So.
That was a very good intro. But with Drunken Emerald Arrow away, I will bring up some memes to fill the time. In fact, I think we might have burned through our last topic. Let's see. Unless you guys have something you want to talk about. Let's see.
Let me check my save. Go ahead and bring up the memes. I'll see if I got anything.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh God, what is this? Oh, here's one. Well, we can discuss two. It fits both purposes. President. Let's see. I should have had all these ready, but I didn't. Okay, right here. There we go. You get to answer the question. One night with both of them, or free cheeseburgers for life. Oh.
Cheeseburgers.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have the time for that. Like, too much going on there.
Keep it this way. I mean, you could spend $800 and get two girls who looks, somewhat like that, whenever, and then but you're always gonna want a cheeseburger. And by the way, that is a triple cheeseburger right there.
Yeah, that's a triple right there.
Or like one night with two questionably aged girls there with some, I'll say they're attractive from there. I think that's Photoshop though. That does not look normal.
No.
Or you never
don't question the amazing ass.
You never have to fucking buy food for the rest of your life.
But
I can live on cheeseburgers
here's the thing,
good.
For sure.
If you lived off triple cheeseburgers like that every day, you're gonna get so fat you ain't gonna be able to get ass like
Fuck that, dude. It's keto. You throw the bun away.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that bun, like on my current diet, I need 170 grams of fucking protein a day anyways. But that bun is probably just enough carbs to keep me at about 120 or less. I'm good. If I had one of those a day, I'd actually probably be not bad.
Fuzzy. I'll tell you this. If it was both them and then cheeseburgers for life, or you couldn't have cheeseburgers, like if you chose both them, you only got the cheeseburger and them and then never another cheeseburger, then maybe I wouldn't. But since I can still afford to buy my own cheeseburgers, I'm taking them.
You're not married either, so you have nothing to worry about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm married.
I don't need that kind of.
Oh, I'd be banging her just eating the burger at the same time. Just burger.
It's the last one I'm ever gonna have, and it's totally worth it.
Well, it also didn't say that you can't have cheeseburgers. It was,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's not saying you can never have cheeseburger, and this looks awful but really good. What the hell is that other picture?
Look.
Yuck.
Oh God! Wait a minute.
Whoa,
That's what Gal's Missing Bush looks like right there.
Is she
Yeah,
in the
right
chat?
there.
Somebody
In the
put
chat.
that. I'm putting that on.
Is
I
this-
put that on X. She's gonna hear that no matter what.
That's why I ran away. She wasn't doing upkeep. But
I can do some stuff with my my face change. Who should I make who?
Melee K right there and Gal with the bush.
Yeah,
on it.
She's gonna be pissed.
Good.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah,
Hilarious.
this burger looks just atrocious as far as how gluttonous it is, but I would probably still try to take a bite. That looks good.
How do you take a bite of that though?
You just like a little bit
You're
of
having
everything.
to cut that like one of those meats on a spigot and just like shave off portions of it and eat it like in a bowl.
That's where it's always like bullshit. It was like, hey, like give me another bun for later, like because that's obviously
Exactly. Yeah, like that's good for presentation, but you got to come out with like a bowl of buns to like share that with everybody. Like you grab the bun and you just hit it from the side and you pull some of it off.
Yeah, that if I got that, I would split it amongst like 3 or 4 people.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
it's just so much. Yeah, I'd be like, okay,
I'm not in
one
high
of us
school
can
anymore,
talk-
right?
Yeah, exactly. Like when you're when you're young, you could go for like those eating competitions where like, can you finish the meat monster or whatever, and it's like 6 pounds of all different types of animals stacked on a bun. Sure, no problem. But yeah, if I saw that now, like I said, I'd want to try it just to see how the taste, but I wouldn't even get like 1/8 the way through it.
No way.
If you are ordering that for yourself, that's going to be like 3 days worth of hamburger meal.
Oh,
100%. Or you better be like 7 feet tall and
yeah.
Steve could eat this. That's bacon. Those are some over easy eggs, copious amounts of cheese. I want to say some other kind of like shredded meat, maybe pulled.
Yeah,
pork.
it looks like
Some
pulled
liquid
pork.
in it.
it looks like I see a hint of an onion ring on there somewhere.
It looks like there might be
Bacon,
mushrooms.
brisket, mushrooms.
Yeah,
Dude,
mushrooms.
I would
I
scale
see.
that down. That's a fantastic slab of meat. I'd scale it down to a size that I could fit like that.
Yeah.
And I'd crush that. That's just too much, man.
Oh, for sure.
Enough.
Yeah, if it was in a human portion, that would be great.
Yeah, 2
it is
smashed
not.
patties, a little bit of barbecue pork, some mushrooms on an egg, and some cheese. Sure, absolutely sounds delicious.
I'm always down for egg on a burger.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Definitely.
I had
Man,
egg on some bison this morning. It's fantastic.
Dude, bison is awesome.
I've never had it. Is it good?
Yeah, it's real good.
Bison's great. Yeah.
It's
about
also
boar?
too.
You
It's
like
it's
boar?
one of those darker meats where you can eat like a bunch of it and like you don't like feel like completely sluggish after eating it. Like not that all like red meat does that. I'm just saying like it's a lighter red meat. Like it's like my wife made chili with it a couple weeks back and it was bitching.
Yeah, and it keeps up
Is
your
it-
protein count as well. It's still just as much protein as beef.
Yeah.
Is it gamey at all?
No.
No.
Because that's always my
A lot of
problem
it's
with a lot of
farm-raised.
those. Yeah, it's when you get the real deep gaminess. It's just sometimes I can't eat meat like that.
I would, I
how
would
to
say
deal with
maybe
that, Devil?
slightly on bison. Just a little. It's a little on that.
So on a lot of those gamey meats, Devil, and the same thing with fish, you smoke it low and slow, you're not going to find that gaminess later. I don't care what meat it is. Like salmon, I've been doing a bunch of lately, and I put it down at like fucking 150 for half the damn day or something. Comes out like freaking locks, dude. It's fantastic. The fishiness is super cooked out. I love it.
What about boar?
smoking
You
and
guys
getting
like
gaminess.
boar?
Yeah.
Never had
I've had
I
it
love it. Love
a
it.
couple times, but I don't see it enough. Like if I saw it more often, I'd be down.
Yeah, I've seen the only place I've seen it is there was a butcher shop that was had it. I can't remember the name of it. Or at least they claimed it was. Like I said, who knows? But they claimed it was wild boar. If it might have been farm raised, but that's what they claimed. But I've tried it in beef jerky. I did have a wild boar like beef stick one time, and it was good. I thought it was great. But I haven't had it like in any other form. So once again, I don't know if I can because I don't think a beef jerky stick really kind of gives you the authority on the meat because it's at that point so processed. It's the same thing with gator. Like I almost bought a gator beef jerky stick, but like I was all like, why? When I don't know if it really I'm getting the actual gator. If I can actually sit there and say a gator, did I eat something that's so processed? I don't know. I'd rather wait till I can get like gator nuggets or something, for doing it. But yeah, everyone keeps saying I should try it though.
Oh, you've never had gator?
No, not yet.
Gator is good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what everyone keeps saying.
You mostly find it deep fried, especially if you're anywhere in the South. It's kind of like chicken, like people always say that, but there's a little fishness to it.
Yeah,
because
there
most of
definitely
what
is.
they eat, so.
Is there?
But yeah, it's very faint. Like if you get it at a good place that's giving it a good deep fry, you barely really notice it. But it is just because that's the diet of fish. Like when you get grass fed milk from grass fed cows, it has kind of that grassy earthiness, kind of almost to it. Same kind of thing, just because what they eat.
Yeah, like I said, I'll try it eventually. I just have to find a place that serves it. Never let your man leave home hungry or horny. That's very true, women. Learn.
Rules to live by.
Somewhere out there's a whore with a sandwich. Damn straight. If you ain't gonna make your man a sandwich, there's a whore that will. That
calls her a sandwich.
Yeah.
Calls herself a sandwich artist at the Subway. Ladies hate her.
Facts, yes. Women need to get back to making sandwiches and treating their men right.
Oh my god, like that hot Italian girl. They always showed that hot Italian redhead who like makes pizza.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I've seen her.
Hot Italian. Somebody bring her up. I haven't seen this hot Italian red girl.
Dude, she's so hot. Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can find her.
I love hot Italian redheads who make sandwiches.
Oh, she makes a full-on pizza. No.
Oh, this. I don't think it'll get me hit, but let's share this meme. There we go. Men's brains, women's brains. How we understand each other. Yes.
Are we
Very
supposed to
true.
see something or?
Oh, is it still not showing up?
There it is.
Nothing.
There you go.
I don't see shit.
You don't see it?
Oh, there we go. Now I do.
There you go.
Another thing women need to learn.
Well, here's this one will definitely when we get into the repealing of the 13th. But
guys, isn't it the 19th?
Yeah,
19th. 19th.
Yeah, 19th.
Okay.
Sorry.
Evolution of
Did I
feminism.
say 13th earlier too? I might
Yeah.
have. Shit. Sorry. 19th.
Votes for women to proud slut.
Like, it's funny because if you look at the suffragette movement, like most women didn't even agree with it. Most women didn't want the right to vote because it came with a bunch of things that they didn't want to do. They didn't want to volunteer for fire service. They didn't want to fucking. They were all like, "No, we're not interested in that." And it was it was actually men who pushed it because they wanted votes to be able to get stuff passed. So, you're welcome, women.
The suffragettes, if they saw what their movement caused today, they would never. They'd have fucking canceled the whole fucking movement.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm like, nope, we fucked up.
Let's see. What I know there's other. I saw a bunch to Emerald. You can bring them up whenever you're ready.
Let me pull up though.
I got this. Just as you said, hot redheads. Here you go.
I just had the Bing rule.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Lauren Holly, 1990s.
Man, isn't she the one who ended up marrying Jim Carrey for a bit?
For a while. Yeah, after Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've seen how he was on set. Yeah, he's marriage material with his baby.
Again, women don't make good choices all the time.
Well, it wasn't Man on the Moon, I guess.
Right.
Where he was being completely obnoxious.
Okay, and pull up that video you sent.
I'm sending you more too. I found other ones.
Okay.
Where is she?
That was weak.
Where is she?
This chick is funny as fuck.
Is this JoJo Siwa?
It sure does look like her.
62. 27. 23. 13.
What did she?
There was a cockroach. A cockroach crawled onto the thing, and she just demolished it with her tit.
No,
that showed his mom.
This bit for years.
Bro.
She's got some. She's even been like, she'll go in character when she finds out the news is nearby and pretend to be a witness, so she could go up there with her fucking Reba McEntire shirt and say some redneck shit. It's great. She's a good one.
You know what? I'm going to throw this out there. That's a keeper. That's a keeper.
There's this one where she her like she has I think it might be her boyfriend, might just be a character who plays with her, but he's this little skinny, scrawny guy.
Yeah.
He's seen in the bay, he's all, "Oh honey," or something like that, and she kicks the door open and she's got like a broom or something. She's all, "I'm gonna fuck you till you pass out," or some shit like it. So like it's like she's smoking a cigarette. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, fuck. I gotta find her on the news. That is some funny shit.
Yeah, if you find any of hers, bring them up because they're fucking hilarious, man. Her redneckness is pretty impressive. Yeah, this is she makes a
Are you
sandwich.
hungry? Want me to make you a sandwich?
Yes, I do.
Oh yeah, she's hot too.
Oh, griddles.
Yeah. This is wifey material right here.
Uh-huh.
You know, get that sausage.
Yeah, pepper jack just sets it off. Like,
look at her fold that too. She's good with her hands. Got good coordination.
bacon's a little dry for my.
Perfect.
Yes, you is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's a dying skill in this country.
Yeah,
is.
most women will give you a hot pocket and be like, "There you go, honey, you hungry?"
Yeah.
Man on the street. So women asked, it's like, so if a man can't change a flat tire, is he a man? And they're like, no. So if a woman can't cook, is she a woman?
Yeah, they don't
can't
answer. It's the same as the one where they're like, is how tall a guy is doesn't matter. Will you date a short guy? And they're all, no, it does matter. He's all, okay, then step on the scale. Yeah, and they refuse to. So we're not supposed to care about your weight, but you can care about that we're a foot, shorter than you.
Nothing is more infuriating than when they rate themselves. I'm a 10. It's like, no, you're not.
Yeah. Not even in any universe. There's not any of the multiverse where you're a 10 lady.
If there's a group, it's always the ugliest, most obnoxious one. Like, I'm a 10. Everyone here's a 10. I'm just like, bitch, we're asking one by one, okay? Like,
well, Gorlock thought he thought he was a 10.
Oh God, I saw another picture of that thing the other day on going around X, and it just made me want to vomit again. We got here.
Lock the destroyer.
What are we looking
How
at
much
here?
do I owe you for rent again?
$800.
I just don't have a lot of money at the moment. Is there something else that I could give you instead?
No, I'd probably just like the money.
Could I interest you
Right
in
answer.
one tit?
I'd really just
For $800?
There's so much surface area, so many options.
I don't really want that.
And I'm into everything. Holding hands, tongue in mouth, showering with my clothes off.
Else would you shower?
Watching each other.
That's how you shower.
Number two.
You know what? Let's just forget about it, okay?
Really?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just Monopoly money.
Okay.
They all have the.
My turn.
All the dudes are all, what the fuck?
I wonder which one of those is their boyfriend.
Yeah, what's the one? That reminds me of another one.
What? Let's see.
I'm gonna get this one. Okay. Next one up.
Oh yeah. Now this one doesn't really have a girl in it, but goddamn, like this looks good but ridiculous.
Wow.
Like,
Oh my god, right?
I wouldn't want to eat that publicly.
No, he's doing it smart. He's going lengthwise.
No.
This is actually good, man. I'm mixed right now. Turn off the dog and then you can see.
That the King
My problem with the
Dodger
video.
shit?
Yeah, I think so. My problem with my problem with the video is the fact that yes, he started eating it correctly, but then went to the end, and then he's got all that white stuff on his mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that in itself.
Yeah, I
kind
didn't
of
want to. I didn't want to bring that up. But damn.
You should have rethought that. But another interesting food one.
Hey, I'm gonna have to either get or restart. My internet's taking a shit. You guys are roboting like crazy.
All right.
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good. You're
okay.
good on us.
Yeah,
we hear you.
I gotta go. I'll try to be back.
All right.
All right, Iron.
Let's see. What other ones do I have? This one's not really a funny meme though, but it's here. I'll send this one to you. It's from a movie, but he makes a lot of sense for or maybe I won't send it, but whatever. Because I'm sending all these other memes. All right. I think that's
this one.
Did you see it? Bitch thought she was clever. Yeah, like I said, I can't remember. I sent you a bunch, but Let's see.
Yeah, they're either really slow on getting to me, or I don't know.
And let's see. Okay.
Give a woman grenade. Except to die.
Grenade.
Смонтируем же потом, да?
What the fuck? I've seen that one. I hear no.
I know, right?
Hey, you want to know what? It's sad because that kind of looked slightly like a younger Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, also too, she probably yelled at everybody like when they got back, like, you know, like it was their fault. Why'd you even let me do that?
All right.
It was her that was Natalie Portman's training for during what was that? V for Vendetta.
Yeah.
She has a proposition.
The Supreme Court is upholding Trump's ban on transgender people in the military. And I just have a question. Actually, I have a proposition, okay? If one person can come in the comments and tell me what is so scary about transgender people, I'll shave my head.
Well, I think I might be able to help with this. First of all, don't appreciate you assuming my motivation in the phrasing of your question. You're insisting that I explain why I am, quote, afraid of trans people. Turns out I'm not. I just think it's reasonable for the military to take into consideration whether or not a potential recruit has a deep psychological break with physical reality, has thus made that break with reality a core component of their identity, and is now insisting that everyone affirm their delusion, which will most likely lead to a course of action where they insist on certain accommodations ranging from medication to very expensive surgeries to cut off genitalia in the hopeless pursuit of a biological reality that they can't achieve, and all taxpayer expense. So I hope that clears it up. No need to shave your head, because quite frankly, I've never understood the progressive obsession with cutting things off to prove a point.
Yes.
I mean, the whole point, the Marines won't take a person that was on that. This is back when I was joining the Navy. The Marines would not even take me because I had taken Ritalin as a child.
Yeah. There's it literally. It used to be if you had any kind of mental illness, it automatically took you out of being in the military. This is a mental illness. If they do have gender dysphoria, that is classified as a mental illness. It is not, now a lot of them don't have gender dysphoria. It's a LARP. It's them trying to, go with whatever trend is going on at the time. There's very few actual transgenders out there, but I think if you LARP as a transgender, it should be considered a mental illness too. Yeah. I mean, that's how pathetic is that you wish you had something that people struggle with as like, it's just so stupid. It's the same thing with the people on TikTok who sit there and say, I have multiple personalities. You don't have multiple personalities. You're a dumbass. And the fact that you want to have multiple personalities makes you a bigger dumbass. But, all right. Well, we have come to the 2-hour mark. Let's shut this thing down. Hopefully Iron gets back enough time, can tell us what he's going to be doing this week. But let's start off there at the bottom with Lawrence. What do you got going on this week, man?
So nothing this week because I am finishing a move into my new home. So I had to put everything on ice. But I do have some new content up on my Night Lord channel, and I will be picking back up next week with a few more videos to make up for this week. That's about it.
Okay, next, Sammy 3P. What do you got going on, man?
You know what? Tomorrow I'll be on Roman's show. We'll be discussing our favorite comic book adaptations. And then after that, I will be on Darnell Quigley's channel with Ironoxide. We have a police footage, review show, I guess. 2 sibs and a pig. Saturday morning. Eastern time, 11:30. I'm joined by Ironoxide and Drunken Emerald Arrow. I have a show called Cavecast. That's where we take a kind of like a educational approach to like the world and lore of Batman. And then every Sunday night, I have at 9:00 my news show In Other News. That's where I invite people on who mostly talk about like nerd things, and then we don't discuss any of that shit. We just find really stupid news stories and make fun of it. So
nice. Next up, we got Drunken Emerald Arrow. What do you got going on this week, man?
Let's see, I'm not on this week, but normally on Fridays, a rotating schedule. I'm over on Ironoxide's channel for Weekly Rogues Gallery. Then I'm over on I'm blanking on names, right? Third Ralify's channel with Gina, and that leads into my show at 9:30 PST, which is insert title here. And then Saturday morning over on Sammy 3Pete's channel for Cavecast, and then Touching Grass with Theo Snodgrass at 11 a.m. PST. Then Nerds Covering the News Tuesday 5:30 at 6 o'clock, and that is Rumble exclusive. And then back here for the next episode of Make Me a Sandwich.
Man, you almost have the devil schedule I used to have. There was one point I was doing 13 shows a week.
Dang.
Oh yeah,
13 shows and over 20 hours in behind the mic every week. Yeah, it would damn near killed me. So I had to cut off a lot of shows just so I could actually get other stuff done. Yeah. Next up, we got Professor Savage Dad. What do you got going on week?
Let's see. This week, I think like Drunken, usually I'll be on Ironoxide channel on Fridays, but I believe I'll be rotating out this week. We got we're growing. There's so many damn rogues that we're gonna have to rotate in and out, which is fine. I can use some Fridays with the family, honestly. So taking a break definitely doesn't hurt. Also gives me some time to work on my own stuff as well, like you were saying. Tomorrow, however, since I'm off work and it's a completely pointless day off that is absolutely useless other than not having to do anything else, I'm probably going to have a game stream. I don't know what I'm going to be playing. I don't know when I'll even do it. I might do it earlier in the day, after maybe around 10 o'clock. Look for a game stream to get fired up with me. And then at 3, I think around 3 o'clock tomorrow, Lapsed Comic Fan and I will be doing an episode of Long Boxing over on my channel on Rumble. So check us out there. We'll just be chewing the shit over some comic books. No real specific topics. I've got a stack of comics behind me that need to be put in long boxes. Some of them bagged and board. Some of them discussed and decided if I even want to keep the damn things. I'm traveling through the 23 years of my comic book collection and organizing it for the first time since I moved into my house 8 years ago. It's all in disarray. So long boxing will be my journey through that. And I'll be having people on. My first guest, like I said, will be Lapsed Comic Fan. I will be nerding out over comic shit for a little while tomorrow afternoon. And then I don't actually think I have anything planned this weekend. I believe we have... Oh, what am I forgetting?
Among Us
on Saturday night. I'll probably be streaming that on my channel as well. So long as I can block Dermy from watching my stream to see where I'm at, so he can figure out if I'm the imposter or not.
Yeah, stream sniping criminal.
Little son of a bitch. Other than that, then you'll catch me here again next Wednesday. And I haven't figured out a new schedule with MSK for comic book shows with him as well, but I'm usually doing something with him as far as comic books is concerned as well.
All right. We got some noogies to freaking dole out next week. Strider didn't make it. Theo has a good excuse. He's actually doing a comedy show, making money, and you have to do that.
I think Strider's talking to a woman. That's what he's doing.
Son of a
traitor.
bitch.
Blood traitor.
Bros before hoes, dude. What the hell? And so, but do check them out. Their information is in the description too. As far as and Iron, I was hoping he'd get back in time. Check out Rogues Gallery tomorrow night. No, it's not tomorrow night. It's Friday
night.
right? Today's Wednesday. My week is all messed up because I had worked yesterday, even though yesterday was supposed to be my second day off. So now my whole week's messed up. It's throwing everything off for me. Friday, Rogues Gallery. Check it out on Ironoxide's channel. He also is starting Ironcast, right? A new show.
He's working towards getting Ironcast going. That going to be a show mainly with him and Theo. They're trying to do it as more of an in studio, so it is something that they're working on. So keep in mind that every donation and every super chat that they do get right now is focused on them to be able to make a studio over on Iron's channel.
Nice.
Good night too. Yeah, and so check out his channel. Subscribe. As far as myself, I will be doing my next one will be the pub on Friday, which is really gonna suck because not only am I gonna be up till 2:30 in the morning, I am working really early on Saturday, so I'm gonna get about 3 hours sleep. It's great. And then after work, I'm gonna go straight into probably do Sam's show, Screaming into the Void. If I get home in enough time, I'll be on that. And then Among Us, which I'll probably fall asleep on, to be 100% honest. But and then of course right back here next week for next of our meetings, where we will once again take it to the women's and put them in their places. Thank you so much for my panel being here, for my regulars. Thank you to everyone in the chat, even the women's. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Damn, it's not stopping.
We're still live.
Yeah, it's not ending.